The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Central Kentucky high school football starts now.
Good morning and welcome back to the farm in Lexington. Chris Labar alongside with former UK Wildcat Cisco Bryant. The resumption of Manual and Douglas, and this game has had a little bit of everything. It will commence here at noon with Manual punting from their own 22-yard line, we think, at 4th and 2. So let's catch everybody up as to what happened last night.
Well, last night, basically at the end of the game, we got a little lightning and had to postpone the game. But basically what ended up happening is 4th and 1, and when you said he may punt, because he does go for it on 4th down.
So Manual burned a timeout before the lightning delay. There you see the scoring. It occurred with Sion Khan on a blocked field goal very early in this game, returning 65 yards for a score. Jerry and Trainer followed up with a 2-yard Manual run. Darian Talbert on 4th down, completing a 1-yard touchdown rush for the Broncos. And then very late in the first half, Cade Mack, a 10-yard scramble for a score. And that followed a huge 4th down conversion for Mack with his feet.
Yeah, he basically what he did, he rolled out to his right and came right back left. He took off running and put it in another gear, as I said last night. And is an unbelievable quarterback. Can do it all. He can pass, he can run, and it controls his offense.
Take a look at some stats in this game. Team stats are very important as you look at these numbers presented by Don Franklin Auto, driven by family. These numbers are current as we speak and clearly slanted to the left as you look at Manual's figures in this game.
Yeah, very much so. And time of possession seems to be the biggest one that stands out for you a little bit. Also rushing yards. But Frederick Douglass didn't have the ball a lot to do any rushing.
And you look at Manual, they're 4 of 4 on 4th down conversions.
Wow, and I said this again, being redundant, yesterday, that's Steve Spurrier type stuff, and y'all young people don't know who that is. That's the old ball coach.
With a visor as well. So
yes.
14-14. What do you look for here? Because this game could go any number of ways.
Well, here's the thing is we got to throw everything out, to me personally as a coach, because it's about what they did last night when they got done playing. Where's their emotion at? When I watched Manual come out on the field, they were hype. I heard Coach McPeak getting on his guys saying, we're being zombies. So that makes a big difference right there, is how the enthusiasm turns over to today, because these are kids. These are not grown folks.
Well, in Manual, we made this remark before we went back on the air. There's 2 long treks back from downtown Louisville here to the farm, an hour and 20-plus minutes. They made 2 treks in about 12, 13 hours.
Well, and I guess the biggest thing, like I talked to one of the coaches as I was walking in, Louisville played last night. So their mindset is not going to the University of Louisville's game. They played last night and got a win. And Kentucky plays today, so a lot of kids was planning on waking up, going over to the game a little early. So we'll see what happens.
Manual and Frederick Douglass, a very important game. It's only week 3, but these are 2 quality teams, and the RPI ramifications, this could be big here in a couple of months.
Right. Both teams is going to make the playoffs, but it depends on who you play in that first and second round, especially that second round makes a big difference. And as I said, Frederick Douglass was looking to go 1-1. They had a chance to beat Highlands. Didn't happen. Now they're 0-2, and Manual's 1-1 this year.
We'll have more coverage in just a few moments. We'll catch you up again. It's Manual and Frederick Douglass. This game will resume at noon, and we'll have more coverage from Lexington in just a moment on Glycon.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
A new year means next-level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Magnesium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Magnesium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Magnesium, we're changing lives through math.
Proudly based in Jessamine County, R.J. Corman Railroad Group has been serving North America's railroad industry since 1973. Find out more by visiting rjcorman.com. For high-quality railroad service, it's R.J. Corman.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back on the farm, Saturday morning high school football here on Glycod. Chris LeBar along with former UK Wildcat Cisco Bryant, Joe O'Melion on top shooting today's footage. Caden Mack, Cisco, been very prominent in this game last night. You see his numbers there, 11 of 15, but his feet really a big part of what Manuel's done well.
Yeah, he's rushed the ball 14 times for 79 yards, and but he's done it when it mattered, when they needed him on 3rd and 4th down, and that's been a big plus.
What's the adjustment Douglas's defense needs to do with him?
Well, as a defensive guy, you got to make your guys stay in their lanes and stay on the line of scrimmage. Don't go high because he's going underneath you. So with that said is they just got to do that, and they're getting to the ball when they can, but he takes off. So right now it's containing him like a punt, if you will.
The Broncos quarterback is a freshman, Jaden Guzman. Last night was his first ever high school start, and he's done pretty well when given the opportunity.
Very much so. Good wording right there because he really has, and they put him in situations for him to be successful, and he's actually shown me a lot as a true freshman.
Guzman, 4 of 6 for 40 yards. He's shown the propensity to zip that ball through tight spaces.
Yeah, he threw a couple of out and a couple of dig routes, and they actually threw a deep ball one time. So, and I use the word big arm, and that means distance in football. So with that said, I was very impressed with him.
So Douglas starts the ball, or rather starts the second half last night with possession. Really only I think their second possession of the game, and they started with Wildcat, and they had 2 successive first downs, but then they went away from it. Do you think they'll go back to that this morning?
I feel like based on the field and the little rain that's coming down, they will. Turner, who played a little quarterback in middle school at Crawford Middle School in Leestown, will probably be doing the Wildcat or the Bronco, whichever you would choose to call it.
There you see the field conditions, and it's certainly not looking too pleasant out there. The wind has died down. The rain has also died down, but the field conditions, you could tell, very sloppy out there. And a couple of conversations at numerous points of the field, and you can certainly think that the conditions perhaps a discussion point.
Very much so. And it's going to really work for both teams because they both can run the football. So they don't really have to rely on the receivers running downfield, making breaks. So it's going to be quite interesting with 3:56 in the third quarter, 4th and 1. The ball's on the 22 for Manual.
Again, this game will resume at 12 noon. For Manual, their star running back, Jerry Trainer, look at his numbers, 20 totes, 78 yards. And that really goes aligned with what they do well because Trainer is a workhorse with this offense.
Yes, and he runs downhill. Every time he gets an opportunity, he's running downhill, meaning shoulders are going straight to the front of the line. And he's saying, tackle me if you will. So he's done it all. Caught the ball in the backfield as well.
We'll take a timeout. Up next, we'll have the resumption. Again, Manual will have it from their 22-yard line, 4th down and a long one. And you're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
We're big fans here in Kentucky of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Start the season with a win with savings on an incredible lineup of hot new Kias. Like 2025 Kia Sorento, just $269 a month or buy for 0% financing. Or drive home a new 2025 Kia Seltos, just $209 a month. And win big on hot new 2025 Kia K4. Yours for just $169 a month. $169 a month.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Magnesium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Magnesium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Magnesium, we're changing lives through math.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
And here we go. Jackson Pritz back at his 22-yard line awaiting the snap as Manual at 4th down and 2 to resume this contest. Sion Khan back for Douglas to return. And Pritz's kick will shadow Sion over to the right. It'll trickle out inside the 35-yard line.
That's a very good punt, actually flipping the field. So here we go.
So the Broncos back to work as that punt will go down in the books as a 43-yard boot. And we'll see what the Broncos opt to do here. And you can see that big green towel absorbing a lot of the perspiration on the ball. Ball security Cisco going to be very important.
Very much so, especially in the beginning, as it looks like it's drying out for us. So we'll see what happens.
So Guzman back at quarterback.
Twins at the top.
And Carter Ross chugging his way for nothing. Back to the line of scrimmage at the 32-yard line.
Right. Like we talked about earlier, I was really surprised they didn't start out in the Wildcat, if you will, Bronco, with Turner at quarterback.
This Manual defense played so well last night. Devin Allen, their outstanding linebacker. Jeremiah Stevens had 3 tackles last night, 2 for a loss at the other linebacker position. And the Broncos 2nd down and 10. The second play at the resumption of this game, nearing the 3-minute mark of the third quarter, is Guzman in the shotgun. Same play call. This time Ross swerves to the left and no gain again.
Right. Actually, you said the exact same play, but it just went to the left. Manuel did a very good job of standing in their lane backside and making the tackle, and the man you just spoke about made the tackle.
So 3rd down and long as the Broncos unable to penetrate the Manual defense on 2 successive runs. And now you're putting Guzman really in a tough spot here at 3rd down and long.
Right. Manuel's in a man coverage with a safety free at the top, cover 1, if you will.
Jakari Talbert to the right of Guzman. Guzman on a slant. No, he's going to chuck it short. And Manuel's defense, a congregation of Crimsons for a couple-yard loss.
Right. I actually very surprised with that flare pass out there because they were in man coverage, so the linebacker had the running back who came out of the backfield and gained a loss of 3.
It's a Kane Bell pointer. He had a couple of targets last night. And 3 and out on the first drive of the resumption for the Broncos. It's a spiraling, spinning kick, bounces at the 40 and takes a favorable Bronco roll down to the 32-yard line. So a 46-yard punt.
Yeah, 46-yard punt. Good field position. Again, flipping the field. But what that said is we'll see if the Broncos defense can match Manuel's defense of 3 and out.
Nelson Ariza Kia on the punt, and here comes the Manual offense again. So much success, so much balance for this talented and experienced team.
Very much so. And experience means a lot of juniors. They played a lot last year and they played a lot as a freshman. So they've got a couple of years or 2 years under their belt, even as juniors.
There you see their head coach, Keith Eckloff, 2nd season in Manual. Revitalized a struggling Seneca program before taking this job. Former defensive coach at Male as well. There's a snap and a quick handoff, and Trainer, a shifty run across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Right, going back to coach, great job last year, finishing 10-2, going to the second round of the playoffs. So done a great job coming here and revitalizing this program for Manual.
Enjoyed chatting with Keith earlier this week, former attorney. He's went to law school. He knows how to work the officials.
A little bit, without getting the flag.
2nd down and 7. There's Trainer on the tote again. First down on a second-level rush, tripped up at the 42, a burst of 7. And the Broncos now on the defensive end, giving up a first down.
Well, they're not going to change the wheel. I mean, it's going in a circle. You give it to your big back who's running hard, and you set the tone, and they're trying to do that up front.
And the Crimson's going to go hurry up here as Trainer peels himself up off the mat. First down and 10, Manual. Latter stages of the third. Mack staring at pressure, and he's going to chuck it short.
Good pressure on the front line of the. It was actually quite a bit. It was a host of Broncos.
Incomplete pass. 2nd down, Manual.
Douglas's front played pretty well last night. Devon Ellery, also Tim Jackson, Stoney Mack, Lamonte Brown. Those 4 guys do incredible work trying to limit this Manual offense. So 2nd down and 10.
Big play for the Broncos.
Two receivers to the near side with Braylon Miles in motion, and the handoff to the near side. Trainer, foot in the ground, first down as he'll angle across the 46 to the 45-yard line.
Running hard. So they ran 4 plays, 3 plays as went to the back, and I mean, that's what you do. You go back to your horse and you keep giving it to him until they stop him.
Having success running between left tackle Elliott Dotson and left guard Cooper Stockwell that time.
Empty backfield now for Manuel. This is a different look.
It is, with Jerian Trainer back there. Or, excuse me, that's Mack, and Mack all the way down the sideline. Incomplete. Intended out for Latarian Spencer, and great Douglas coverage.
Great coverage. They actually all ran verticals. All the receivers, all 4 receivers. I think it's to keep the linebackers and the DBs honest and keep them back, because you normally don't do that after you get a big first down and the running back is running the way he's running.
Incomplete pass rests the clock at just over 1 second in this third quarter, so Manuel will have one more play.
Back to the traditional backfield look.
And Trainer's going to get the call again. Jerian to the left. We'll cut it up favorably for about 3, and a big third down forthcoming. Tied at 14 after 3. And you're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod. We'll be right back.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
3rd down and 7 for Manuel. Line of scrimmage at the Douglas 42-yard line as this game tied at 14. This is Manuel's first elongated series after the resumption. They did punt on their first play of the resumption on 4th and 2. Douglas went 3 and out, and here's Manuel's response. The 42-yard line of Frederick Douglass, Caden Mack, who's been so special in this game, in the shotgun with Jerian Trainer behind him. And Trainer on a burst, and a first down, and down the hill, Jerian Trainer in for 6.
Wow. You had it on a burst, and he hit the whole full speed, and nobody could get the angle to stop him. So they kept giving the ball to him. They kept giving the ball to him over and over again, and eventually he ended up breaking one.
Jerian's second touchdown rush of this game, number 34, and Manuel back on top, 2014. Jackson Pritz, 10 of 10 on the year to apply the extra point with Noah Prince, the holder. And Pritz kick. Perfect. Manuel, 21. Frederick Douglass, 14. We'll step aside, more coverage on the other side from Glycod.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Jerian Trainer in for the touchdown. And Manuel now leading 21-14.
Trainer was a workhorse on that one. But the line did a very good job of pushing them off the ball and setting the tone. What we talked about, who's going to get the enthusiasm and who's going to get the momentum starting this game over here this morning.
Jeremiah Turner back for Frederick Douglass, and Turner is going to watch this ricochet into the end zone. Oh, now we got a couple of flags well after the play, back near the 30-yard line. Nathan McPeak is out there trying to diagnose the problem. You see him to the right of your screen. Doug Rohr is the white hat. This is the same crew minus the umpire from last night, so kudos to this crew for coming back out and completing this game.
Because basically a lot of games could not continue based on not having officials because they had other plans or they were already booked to do something. So, again, kudos to this official crew for coming back with the white hat.
Football now at the Douglas 35-yard line, so a personal foul on Manuel, and that's going to be advantageous for the Broncos here. Nice launching pad to start this drive. Guzman trying to invigorate this Broncos offense. There's the hand to Kari Talbert, and Talbert tangled up by several Manuel Crimsons, highlighted by number 10, Latarian Spencer.
Yeah, very good job, Spencer, using his hands and getting off the block. But they actually have 8 guys in a box. They're playing in man coverage on the outside receivers when you just go twins.
And the Broncos up against it here on second down and long. They've had 4 plays from scrimmage this morning and 1 total yard.
Yeah, they're in a cover 1 again. They're saying we're going to go man intercepted.
Oh, my. Guzman pick. There's the aforementioned Spencer and Manuel on sudden change with a turnover.
Right. All he did was just drop back underneath the curl. They were in man coverage in a cover 1 with the safety high, and he dropped underneath the curl route, the stop route, if you will, and interception Manuel.
Crimson's first takeaway in this game, and Latarian Spencer going to set up Manuel in what is a must-stop for Douglas at the Broncos' 31-yard line.
Well, I don't think it's no secret, Chris, who they're going to give the ball to.
So what's the counter Douglas moves with here?
It's to maintain, and if they can keep them to a field goal, because like you said, their field goal kicker is very good, and right now this big play is going to be on first down right here. But they're empty back, twins down to the bottom, and trips at the top.
Caden Mack, all to his lonesome there, waiting the snap from David Pellman.
He's going to throw it.
He is. Mack across the middle, wide open, touchdown, Manuel Brayland Miles.
Wide open play action. It really wasn't a play action. It was a straight trips and at the top of the field, and also twins at the bottom. They just all ran verticals and got behind the DB and ends up scoring.
Mack putting it on the money.
On the money.
And right after the turnover, Manuel opening things up as Jackson Pritz trying to add 1 to their tally.
But this is where that senior leadership or that upperclassman leadership comes in for the Broncos now. You come back the next day, Manuel is hitting you in the mouth, if you will. Now the Broncos got to find something or find someone. 28-14 to 11:08 in the fourth quarter here.
We talked about this last night. The return game has been so important for Douglas throughout the course of their regime here. But when you have a kicker like Pritz, it eliminates that because he kicks it in the end zone.
Very much so. So it keeps you from getting that big play on special teams, but they've got a couple yesterday, if you will. I said today. Yesterday, they had a couple of it. So right now, this is where you got to find that senior. You don't need 50 seniors to motivate. You need 1 or 2 to get that motivation for the Broncos, and we'll see what happens here on this return.
So Manuel, 2 quick touchdowns, Jerry and Trainer on a burst up the middle, and then Braylon Miles on a 32-yard touchdown reception from Caden Mack. Mack's second touchdown of this game. And another touchback.
Another touchback. You said it. He's keeping the special team out of it by kicking the ball in the end zone. And, again, high school rules, you cannot return it if it goes in the end zone. So with that said is now we'll see what Broncos about on offense if they come back and fight. We need them to fight. And then Manuel's saying we got the enthusiasm, we're going to keep it. So, again, big play on first down, believe it or not, at 11:08.
Carter Ross chugging in the game. And there's an inside handoff and stymied as Dakari Talbert tried to get outside. They're going to credit him for no gain.
No gain at all. And, again, it comes down to you got 8 in the box, man coverage. They're saying, Broncos, throw the football. We're going to see if your freshman quarterback can step up and do that.
So Guzman throwing a pick on the series preceding this one.
Right.
And again, just unfavorable down and distance for the freshman here at 2nd down and 10, and what potentially is a passing scenario.
Yeah, we talked about that and put him in the right positions at the right time. So now he's got to figure out a way to get out of this predicament.
2 receivers each side. Launches it to the left, and it's incomplete. He tried to find like a drag route coming across the middle. Intended for DeAndre Clay.
He had time to throw, a little pressure, and just overshot his receiver a little bit. But that's a big difference, Chris, in practice and in the game when somebody's wearing a different name on the front coming after you.
So 3rd down now and 10. And you certainly need favorable yardage here. I would think this would not be 4-down territory, considering you still have 10.5 minutes left, but very important play nonetheless. 2 receivers to the near now. Trips heading this way.
I'm not understanding the rule. You can't break the huddle with 12 on offense, and Frederick Douglass did end up calling a timeout. They didn't get the penalty. They just called a timeout. Now the officials are all getting together communicating about that.
So the Broncos pause play will take a quick pause as well. 3rd down and long coming up. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
And we are back live, Harris. We are back live. Be 3rd down and 10 for Douglas from their 20-yard line as the Broncos pause play.
First play was a run play to Talbert, got nothing. Next play was over a shot, and we're in this predicament of 3rd and 10 for the Broncos. And, again, it looks like Manuel is going to be playing, again, cover 1. That means man on all receivers. The receiver had to come off because his knees was not covered. So that's the high school rule. You have to cover your knees.
And Guzman in a shotgun with Dakari Talbert to the left. Guzman has time to throw, and incomplete. Bill Pointer, the intended target. And that's a long throw from the far hash mark to the near sideline.
Very much so. That's a very difficult throw if that. But they feel like for some reason that's twice they run a crossing route, a dig route down the middle of the field or over to the other hash that's open. So, and that's very hard to guard somebody from hash to hash.
And Manuel with an opportunity here to perhaps cement this, as they're going to likely get another turn of foot here at the 45-yard line, awaiting the punt from Nelson Ariza-Kia. And the punt, a spinning end over end kick, cradled at the 41-yard line, up now to the 47.
Well, Manuel did not rush it. They did not really protect and go back and block. They just want to make sure he punted the football because, remember, they did that in the second quarter. Got an opportunity. That means the Broncos got an opportunity to get a first down on a punt. So Manuel wanted to make sure they punted the football on this one.
As Darian Cole on the return, Broncos 2 possessions and a pair of 3-and-outs in this resumption. So Manual, very solid field position to commence this drive at the Broncos' 49-yard line. Mack in the gun in the belly of Traynor, and Traynor twisting. He'll lose about a half-yard. Nice penetration there around the edge by Douglas.
I'm happy he's getting up. I'm glad Mack he's actually getting up because he sort of, we talked about the field condition looks kind of tough. He actually fell before he actually got the football.
So the clock certainly an ally of Manuel's. They try to evaporate some time here. 9:38 in this fourth quarter. Crimson's trying to improve to 2-1. Douglas would fall to 0-3 if this score holds. Mack dumping it short, and that ball's grabbed for the first time tonight by the tight end. That's Max Thomas, and Thomas rambles for a few, and it's 3rd down and long.
He had time to throw on that one. He came all the way across the field and ended up getting the first down. He was looking deep, but the secondary did a very good job for the Broncos. So here we go, 3rd and looks like about 8, Chris, 7?
Yes, sir, under 9 minutes left.
This is a big down for the Broncos to get off the field. Emmanuel wants to keep that energy going. So empty backfield.
3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Miles, who caught the last touchdown in the bottom slot. Mack back to throw. He's going to chuck it down the near sideline and incomplete. Nice coverage out on the corner. That was Damon Green. Intended out there for Noah Price.
And it looks like Manuel is actually going to punt.
Going to play field position here.
Yeah, very much. As Turner goes back deep for the Broncos.
So Pritz will try to steer this inside the Douglas 15 or so yard line. The Broncos with a much needed defensive stand as Pritz, a gorgeous spinning kick to the right of Turner, and it's going to trickle and be gobbled at the 3. And what a gorgeous punt and coverage for Manuel.
I don't know. From my angle, it looked like that was going in the end zone, but it was a great punt. It went right to left, and looks like a Tiger Woods shot.
It sure does. Boy, you're going old school. We went Steve
That's
Spurrier.
all I know. That's all I know.
I love that.
The guys has done it. The guys has done it.
So now 1st and 10, Douglas, and the line of scrimmage inside their own 5-yard line.
Well, believe it or not, Chris, this is actually a big big series for Frederick Douglass right now. It's to move the football, establish the run game that's been nonchalant right now.
Yeah, again, 2 preceding drives in the resumption of this game and a pair of 3-and-outs, and Douglas inside their own kitchen, if you will, 1st down and 10, needing 2 scores and 2 extra points to tie this game. Guzman's going to heave it down the far sideline.
Nice
and wow,
catch.
A great catch at the 37-yard line.
That's a highlight.
Great catch out there by Douglas as we tee up the replay.
One-handed, the DB was actually all up in his face. The DB turned his head to go for the football. That's why it was not a pass interference called or a holding, and just a great one-handed catch.
It's Terry Kaysen on the grab. A gain of 33 yards. It'll give Douglas some breathing room on 1st down and 10. Corey Talbert to the left in a high snap, and Guzman's
the ball's batted down.
Tried to find a slant on the near side. It was deflected, incomplete.
Well, they're putting a lot on that young freshman right now. That's back-to-back throws and got out of the end zone, and Manuel did a very good job of knocking the ball down and keeping that from happening because he was open.
Looked like Damari Wilson.
Yes.
Getting a hand on the edge, number 1 for Manuel. Clock now idle at 7:53.
Nice size young man.
Guzman going to heave this one again, and he's got an arm, and he's going to chuck it to the near side, and it's incomplete. Great coverage out there for Manuel's Latarian Spencer.
Just looked like the receiver this timed his jump wrong. Came down as it was coming down.
It was Lincoln Wallace, the tight end, the intended target for Douglas.
3rd and 10.
So the Broncos with 2 cracks at it now, they're going to certainly go for it on 4th if they don't complete here. 3rd down and 10 from their 35-yard line. Really like Guzman's ability, his moxie for a freshman.
Very much.
Back to throw.
Good play.
It is, and it's caught. Dakari Talbert in space. 1st down.
Good.
Douglas.
If you can't let him run it, get it to him. That is still an unsportsmanlike conduct on Talbot for taunting. He ran over the defensive back, and then Talbot said something to him, which you can't do. And now it's still a 1st down, but it's going to be pushed back from the spot.
Let's take a look at that occurring right underneath us. Yep, you could sense it from up here, and there's the penalty.
So it will be 1st and 10. It happened after the 1st down.
It's a big play, though. You had a momentum. You're moving the ball down the field. And in essence, you're back where you started. You really, draw it even as you're back at the 35-yard line. 7:41 left. Now Carter Ross is in for Douglas. Talbert with the tote again for a couple as he'll chug to the 37-yard line.
That's back-to-back touches for Talbot. One out of the backfield and the other one on the run play. So they're getting the ball to their guy now, too, as well.
Terry Kaysen with a great catch as this drive began at the Bronco 3-yard line. 32-yard completion. That provided a little real estate for Douglas as they're trying to inch their way down the field. It's 2nd down and 8. Guzman. And the Broncos, fortuitous that's incomplete, throwing into heavy, heavy congestion.
Incomplete pass, 3rd down, Broncos.
Looks like Wilson, the DB at the top, was breaking down the ball, and I think he was looking for a pick 6 before he actually had it.
The numbers were not favorable. That's a 4 white tops that I count there against just one Bronco. It's 3rd down and 8. Haven't seen much of Jeremiah Turner here in this second half as Guzman operating in the gun. And that pass batted down again, coming around the edge. It's Don Vallette Richardson.
He actually was rushing, and the running back actually crossed his face. I think it was Talbot that crossed his face, and he actually sat down and then ended up knocking the ball down. A great play, great reading your keys.
Big one coming up here on 4th down. The Broncos trying to continue this drive.
28-14, 6:55 in the 4th quarter. Manuel.
Terry Kaysen in the slot, top of your screen. And Guzman, 4-man rush, zings it down the middle. He's got a man, and that ball's caught by Bell Pointer, and Bell Pointer in. Touchdown.
That will do it. That's a very good job at young freshman quarterback staying in the pocket, hit him on stride, and that got the crowd into it here in the farm.
Jaden Guzman to Kane Bell Pointer on 4th down and 8. Here comes the PAT. Clayton Wallace. Bell Pointer, a sophomore with a huge catch. We got a game.
Overcoming the penalty and actually making a big strike and putting Frederick Douglass on the board. 28. It's still 28-21 Manual, but a big mo for the Frederick Douglass Broncos.
Be right back on Glycod.
We all make choices about alcohol. kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Jaden Guzman to Kane Bell Pointer on 4th down and 8, and Douglas now trailing 28-21. And Wallace on a little squib kick to the left. That's a hot potato, and Manual converging at their 15-yard line and bottled up. It's Darian Cole that was smothered back inside the 20. One more look, Cisco, at the Guzman to Bell Pointer connection. What do you think?
I didn't notice the safety actually was in the middle of the field. I think the corner was looking for help in the middle, but he came up on the dig route, which Frederick Douglass has been throwing a lot, and that's a little chest work right there. That's a little chest work, not checkers.
1st down now and 10, Manual. And with that awkward kick, the intentional kick, as it were, Manual a little bit out of sorts on the recovery, and now they're up against it inside their 15 on 1st down and 10. This game has changed complexion, if you will, on the Bell Pointer 6. Trainer on the tote, bounces it outside, and Jerian rambling for a 1st down to the 27.
Yeah, the ball came out, but it went out of bounds. So, again, he got him out of the area, and great run.
When you need a play, who do you go to?
They got 2 choices now. They do have 2 choices.
And they both touch it nearly every play. The quarterback, Mack, and then Trainer, the stud running back, in his 1st and 10, Manual. Crimson's from their 26-yard line. Clock idle at 6:28 in this 4th quarter. 2 receivers to the near side. And Mack out back at the 22-yard line.
Very good job of coming off the edge, and Mack was actually going to keep it.
It's Thurman Wade with a big sack for Douglas. Yeah, just untouched around the edge.
Yeah, well, he actually is in the secondary, and he actually came down. He's what they would consider an outside linebacker. But as you can see, he plays off the ball a little bit, and good read, good call by Coach Poe.
Loss of 3 under 6 now in this 4th quarter. Empty formation. Mack has 5 to choose from here, and he's going to step up in the pocket, and Mack is loose, and he's going to coast out across the 30 in what will be a big 3rd down coming up.
I tell you what, it's 3rd or 4th down?
It'd be 3rd down coming up. That was 2nd down.
Okay. He already had it on 3rd down on the play before.
It'd be 3rd down and about 6 as you see Mack taking it out of bounds.
He's fluid, ain't he?
Ooh.
Yes. He'll make you look bad. Highlight film. He's very elusive.
But you've had 2 manual plays here in the last few that have ended out of bounds, meaning the clock has stopped. And now Mack to the near side there's a flag, a penalty behind the play, and Mack leveled as he goes to the near sideline. A lot going on that play. We've got a flag behind the play.
Holding on Manual.
Let's take a look at this play as it starts from inception.
So he's asking Coach, is he going to accept the penalty, take him back 10, or make it 4th down?
It was a heavy hit to the near side. It did not yield a flag. The first one did. And it's declined, as you saw, and it's 4th down coming up.
Coach is on the field. He's for Manuel. He wants to know what's going on with that hit on their sideline.
Emmanuel, they're going to send their punting unit on. They didn't want to punt at all last night, but they will now when the chips are on the table and it's 4th down and 6.
That was a nice hit on that quarterback. You don't see that very often in 2025.
Well, and you had an official right in great vicinity there, so we were shielded, but apparently Mack was in the field of play because the official was right there.
But usually with a quarterback, by rule, if he's going out of bounds, you can't touch him. If he's square to go out of bounds. And I think that's why Coach was a little bit upset about that.
Pritz trying to steer it down the field. It's going to bounce and be picked up at the 23. Nice open field tackle for Manuel Amarius Johnson. And Douglas now with a chance.
Well, let me say this. Turner, people don't realize that was a great play by Turner because that ball was keep bouncing and bouncing. And so he stopped it and got pretty good field position because that ball would have been inside the 10. We do have a flag on the play.
Did not see that penalty, but yeah, you are correct.
Personal foul.
Oh, wow. So it's on Douglas. They're going to keep the ball, but a personal foul during that pseudo return.
Right, and that changes the field position.
So we're going to go from the 23, and Doug Rohrer, he's going to get to the bottom of it, the white hat, and they're going to trek on back. This is going to be inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, you got to keep your composure no matter what's going on right now, because right now you're back into the game, and again, you do not want to go the distance of 90 yards for a touchdown.
Which they're going to have to do. 1st and 10 from the 8. Not doing their freshman quarterback any favors here. As Guzman in the gun, feeds to Corey Talbert, and Talbert will prod for a few up to about the 12-yard line.
Field on the call. 2nd down.
Broncos spring out Jackson Ross as they sub in TJ Stewart on what is now 2nd down and 7 with 4:50 on the timer on the farm. Pass out in the flat in the direction of Stewart, and he is promptly met by a core of Crimsons for no gain.
Well, I would look for the receiver to go up on that one next time, and because he jumped that real like right now. So very good tackle, very good catch, and that it did not get interception. So here we go, 3rd and 7. What hurt him again, Chris, is getting that penalty, pushing him farther back, and it's tough because you can see that back line of the goal line behind you.
Big play call here. I'm not sure what the thought process on 3rd down and long. It may not be 4-down territory. Guzman back to throw, dumps it across, caught! Very close to a 1st down. He needed the 23, and it will be, yes, sir, a Bronco 1st down.
Well, the gentleman over, I can't see the coach's face, but he must be the DB coach because he got the hand up by the official, and I know what that means. Being a defensive coach, that's enough, coach.
Kane Bell Pointer coming through again.
And again, give the quarterback, the young freshman quarterback, a lot of credit, staying in the pocket, making a big play for him. 1st and 10.
Guzman to Bell Pointer. If you had those on your bingo card, a freshman and a sophomore. As Douglas trying to spin it up the field from the 22. Guzman sacked.
They didn't drop anybody this time. They sent 2 extra guys, and they ended up getting him on the sack.
Sack on the play. 3rd down, Broncos.
So they're trying to hurry the freshman up a little bit on that play. They sent the outside linebacker, and they sent the middle linebacker, pushing the line back, getting pressure on him.
As Damari Wilson coming around the corner. Loss of a key 4 yards. Back inside the 20s, Douglas at the 17. Guzman chucks it to the great throw.
Fantastic throw.
To the near side and running under it is Kaysen.
Very good throw.
Wow. And the strength of his arm against Cisco, far hash, right on the money, dropped it in the breadbasket.
Right. So they know him better than we did. And we already saw that he was a freshman, but he's not playing like one right now. So right now he's got the Broncos on the roll, 3:03 here in the fourth quarter.
You've
trailing
seen
by 7.
Terry Cason, make 2 huge catches in this resumption, one on each sideline. It's been a team Bronco effort.
Very much.
Guzman across the middle.
Oh, nice effort.
Right through the midst of a cutting TJ Stewart.
Right, great effort. But again, he put it where only the receiver can actually receive the football. So that's a heady play for the young freshman, and we keep using that word because he is. When you start playing 6A teams, it's a big difference when you're a freshman and a junior and a senior.
This drive began inside the Frederick Douglass 10-yard line. They've really been backed up in this fourth quarter. The last drive began inside the 10. It ended in a score. Will this provide the same feat? Second down and 10. Guzman. That ball's batted in the air. Intercepted. It was tipped and intercepted by Manuel.
Interception, Manuel.
Hayden Wynn, the corner, brings it down.
The receiver had him. He had him beat, but the ball was tipped on the front line and couldn't figure out who got his hand on the ball, but stopped the drive.
Sure did. And Wynn with Manuel's second takeaway in this game, and this one may be too difficult to overcome. We'll see with 2:50 left.
Once Frederick Douglass got into the flow, a little positive, the game sort of started changing a little momentum. So right now, Manuel's going to hold that, and I wonder who's going to get the ball.
We'll see. It likely won't be a very accomplished running back, Jeremy Presley, the backup running back. Instead, it's going to be Jerry Trainer, with the tote.
Again, hit in the backfield, good elusive by him.
Couple yards forward.
And we say as a defensive coach, that's a running back because a great vision because he saw him and then veered over to his right to pick up about 1.5 yards.
Second down and long with 2:30 left. Again, Douglas, they've got 2 timeouts left. And you certainly get the sense Manuel going to keep it on the ground here after a key interception.
Yeah, they had to take the first time out earlier because of confusion on who was in and who was out, so that kind of hurt him a little bit.
And a valid comeback for Frederick Douglass. But Manuel with the upper hand now, and Trainer covering the ball to the near side, lowers the shoulder across the 41 to the 40. Douglass calls timeout with 1:59 to play.
Timeout, Bronco.
Take a look at this play as Emmanuel gets in formation here. Again, Douglas calling timeout. It's third down and medium with 1:59 remaining, but it always with the rusher Trainer, he's always falling forward, Cisco.
Always. And again, that's a sign of a good running back. And so right now, this is a big play. I'm thinking they're going to throw some out in the flats or they're going to have Mack run it.
Yeah, keep in mind, Caden Mack has been so efficient in this game. Majority of the rushes coming last night on just pivotal drive extending runs on third and fourth down. This another chance to perhaps ice this game.
Well, it's only one time that I saw that he was actually going to run the ball, and Frederick Douglass blitzed from the outside and got him a loss. So they've done a very good job containing him when he's trying to pass and not getting out of their lanes, which we talked about in the beginning.
That's not the best Manuel spot. They're going to place it back at the 40. It's 3rd and 6. The play of the game thus far coming up. Price in motion. Trainer needs 6, and he will be denied by the Broncos defense.
Give him 4. Timeout Broncos.
Yep. So Douglas going all in here with the timeout as Trainer powered forward for a few.
152. That's Douglas' last timeout, so this is a big play regardless if they punt it or if they try to go for it.
So let's get in Keith Eckloff's head for a moment for Manuel. You probably had the best player on the field, not saying something in Trainer. Do you trust him to get 2 yards and trust the O-line, or do you punt it and you got a great kicker, you place Douglas back deep in this game with no timeouts?
Well, I just think that based on the way the young quarterback for Frederick Douglass has been throwing the ball, I would keep my offense out on the field and say, it doesn't matter if I get you back on the 15th or I give you the ball here. So it looks like he's going to keep him on, and I'm giving it to Trainer. I'm giving it
Have
to him.
to. You've got a seasoned offensive line as well. Give it to your best when you need 2 yards.
Yeah, as my wife says all the time, Coach Bryant, she says big-time players step up in big-time games.
And Caden Mack in a shotgun as Douglas's defense called upon one more time.
And they give it to him.
Oh, they don't. Prince around the corner. That's Miles, and Miles denied.
Because they stayed at home, and the reason why I said it earlier, it's not going to work, because they stayed at home. The outside linebacker never moved. He never felt for anything, and he stayed right there. And that's just good discipline from the Broncos at that moment. Very good discipline. I couldn't tell who was the outside linebacker on the other side at the top. But he did a great job of staying home. I was a little surprised on that play call. I'm going to give it to my man and see if he can get 2.5.
100%. 1st and 10, Douglas. Again, no timeouts from their 38. And they need 62 yards and 145 to potentially extend this game.
With no timeouts.
Guzman in a gun. And he's going to zing it. A little behind the receiver, but it's caught anyway, very close to the stick.
But it's caught in front, so the clock keeps going. Remember, in high school, if he gets the first down, the clock does stop to set the football.
It's DeAndre Clay on the grab, gain of 8. Two receivers, top, two bottom, crowd really starting to get into it. Guzman back to throw all the way down the field. Incomplete.
That's a lot of contact.
For Terry Kaysen.
Incomplete pass, 3rd down, Broncos.
And the DB coach is actually talking to him. That's a lot of contact. You don't want that. But it wouldn't have been a spot foul. It would just been a 10-yard holding call from the line of scrimmage in high school. So I guess that's a great play by the DB to make sure they didn't get beat deep.
3rd down and looks like a short 2 from the 47.
That was Allen.
There is Guzman on a slant, incomplete. Coming across was Caden John, and now you're looking at 4th down.
Looked like Wilson had a beat on it, but he was going for the hit, not for the interception. So here we go, 4th down. Run play, Chris?
I thought Mike on 3rd down maybe to give it to Dakari. We'll see here on 4th down.
Big play right here. It doesn't look like Manuel's going to call timeout to let the Broncos set up their offense. So this is a huge play. This is a game play.
Jason Pack is the Broncos offensive coordinator. What will he dial up? Guzman, heavy press. Caught by Talbot. First down. Dakari slung down at the 46-yard line.
Got Talbot now. They're rushing, getting up to the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to spike it. And everybody said the clock hasn't started yet because he hasn't set the chains. And now it started, and then 2 seconds, went off the play. Hold up, I'm confused.
That's all right, man. It's now 2nd down. We're good.
No, they did it twice.
We got a flag.
Okay, they're going to have a legal procedure because he snapped it, and then the official did not accept it, and then he did it again, so people were moving.
Let's take one more look.
Yeah,
excuse me. There's a procedure, but let's take one more look at this huge play on 4th down. And Talbot out of the backfield. He's breaking that tackle to pick up a key 1st down. So now with the flag, it's 1st down and 15.
Now the clock is rolling now because the ball's spot.
And the 49. Guzman looking for Case in double coverage. Incomplete. Boy, Kaysen begging for a flag.
I thought it was a great play. The safety came over to help. The safety actually was the one that knocked the ball away.
So it's third down now. The down and distance to that far sideline has been adjusted, so we're going to get this right. That last play was second down. So first down was the forced incompletion. That was second down. So now it's third down and 15. 48 seconds remaining. Guzman across the middle. Ball game. Intercepted. There's
a late flag. That was late.
Well behind the play, and Manuel may take this in. Jeremy Presley.
Well, we're going to find out what this flag is about, because if he called pass interference, he must have been reaching for it and couldn't get it out in time, because DuPont Manuel's coach is going to lose it on this if it's on them.
Based on Nathan McPeak's reaction, it's coming back as we take one more look. Not sure we're going to get the reason for the flag. You'll see
he might get a push in the back after the interception. That's why it came out so late.
So the score is off.
Hold on.
The question is, does Douglas keep the football? Quarterback's back out there, Jaden Guzman. And Douglas appears as they will. Doug Rohr, you can see him nod that head to Nathan McPeak. They understand one another.
Okay, so it was pass interference on DuPont Manuel.
So Frederick Douglass, beneficiaries of a huge penalty. And it's third down from third down and about 16 to third down and 1 on a 15-yard penalty.
And it's not in the high school. The only thing is automatic first down is roughing the punter or roughing the kicker or the quarterback. So it's 4th and 1.
No, okay, excuse me. So 4th down and 1 on the down and distance.
They got me confused too. So
I think we're right, Cisco. It's third and long 15. Then you had a 15-yard penalty. Right. So it's 3rd and 1. The scoreboard reads 4th down. And now it's adjusted.
Both of them are adjusted now, yes.
So 3rd down and 1 after the pass interference on Manuel. There's Guzman back to throw. Heavy press. Caught at the 20 and ducking out of bounds. It's Caden John.
Very good out route on the sideline. Great catch. Great throw. Time and throw.
This freshman quarterback is coming into his own today. And Caden John, been a team effort as he peeled out of the break for the reception. Inside the red zone. Guzman. He's going back the same direction. Incomplete. This time Douglas unable to hang on to their footing on that far sideline. That was Damon Green, the intended target.
Bring up 2nd down.
From the 19. Again, this drive began inside the Douglas 10-yard line.
Looked like the game was over. We got a pass interference call by DuPont and came back, and now we're in this situation here. Here
also
we go.
A key 4th down pickup.
Yes, by Talbert.
By Dakari Talbert from the 19. Guzman back to throw.
Going back to it, and Talbert is jumping up and down, and he needs to stop. He already has one penalty.
So Dakari, when he was peeling out of the backfield there, felt like he was held. He might have a point. So 3rd down and 10. Again, Douglas out of timeouts. A lot to build on for the Broncos moving forward. A wonderful response after trailing by 14. Guzman back to throw. Incomplete again, and exemplary coverage out there by Xavier Brooks, the corner.
Right, and Frederick Douglass has been in this situation last week against Hollis when they went to double overtime and ended up not coming out with the win. So they've been in this pressure point, in the pass, so we'll see how they respond. 4th and 10.
From the 19. Broncos converting on their last 4th down. It was 4th and 2. There's a little more meat on this bone. 15 and a half left. Dakari Talbert is to the left of Guzman. Guzman into the end zone. He's got a target.
Hold up. He said he's out of bounds.
And it will be incomplete. Incomplete.
He got behind the DB.
That
Very
ball,
good throw.
It was. It hung up just a little bit as we dial up the replay, and you got the sense that the receiver perhaps just ran out of real estate.
And by rule, the DB pushed him, but it's where you land. It's not where they think you're going to land.
Looked like Brady Ross was out there. And Manuel going to escape the farm with a hard-fought win.
Very entertaining.
It sure was. And that's going to do it.
So back-to-back, very nail-biting. I mean, it ain't going to do anything but help Frederick Douglass in the future. I know it doesn't sound politically correct or whatever you want to call it, but very good game. Manuel did a very good job giving the guys that they needed to touch.
Let's look at this play one more time. And again, at the naked eye, that ball hung up just a little bit long. Ross was open and coaxed out. And Manuel comes out a winner after a gallant Bronco comeback. 28-21 Crimson. Stay close. We'll have our Cartown Kia post-game report in just a moment on Glycod.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
We'll have more coverage in just a moment. Be right back.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at CartownKiaUSA.com.
Chris Labar and Cisco Bryant back live at the farm, 28-21. Manuel with a win over Frederick Douglass, and a tremendous comeback against a very good team today.
Very much so. I thought that Frederick Douglass found himself and started doing positive things, and you have to give DuPont Manuel credit. They actually stopped that momentum, which is very hard to do.
We will update a few things here. We'll have our most outstanding players. Also a look at next week's schedule on the other side. We'll be right back after this.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville, movement that inspires, and by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your winning career today.
Today's most outstanding players are presented by Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. For Manuel, can't go wrong with Jerry and Trainer. He was something else today, Cisco.
Yeah, 30 carries for 167 yards, 2 touchdowns, caught the ball at the backfield, did it all for them.
Also, Caden Mack, exceptional at times, and what their offense did, and you mentioned this so frequently, just the balance of their offense.
Right, they keep you on your heels because they can do a lot of things. And actually, you look at the other receivers; they caught the ball too. He spreads it out very well. So, excellent job by Mack as well.
So, Trainer, 167 rush yards, couple of scores. Caden Mack through the air for Manuel, 13 of 20 with one touchdown and 140 yards. Mack, 18 rushes, 88 yards, and touchdown as well. A very balanced receiving today for the Crimsons. Braylon Miles, 3 for 32. Noah Price, 3 for 32. Damari Wilson, 2 catches, 33 yards. And out of the backfield, Trainer, 2 for 30. And for Frederick Douglass, how about the quarterback and the freshman quarterback, Cisco and Jaden Guzman?
Jaden Guzman showed me a whole lot of poise. Very good job. He came in, threw the ball, threw a lot of passes that I thought was very difficult, but he made it look easy. He had a great game.
Guzman, there you see 14 of 32, 1 touchdown, and should be 2 interceptions. Jeremiah Turner rushing for Douglas, 24 yards on 5 carries. Damon Green, 1 of 24. Caden John, 1 for 15. Dakari Talbert, 10 totes, 19 yards. Receiving, Kane Bell Pointer, 4 grabs, 77 yards and a score. Terry Kaysen, 3 of 53. Dakari Talbert, 3 catches, 33 yards. And DeAndre Clay, 2 for 24. So I think a lot of positive building blocks for the Broncos in this game.
Right. I mean, again, we didn't say how many yards that Guzman threw for. He threw for 203 yards, which is outstanding. So a lot of positive even on defense. A lot of guys were getting to the football based on this balance that DuPont Manual had.
Coming up next week, back live here at Douglas. Tate's Creek Commodores will be here against the Broncos on a little bit earlier next week, 6 o'clock airtime. And our schedule presented by New Vista. We see the good ahead. Got GRC, Henry Clay, Lafayette, Shelby County as well. So that'll do it for us today. Thanks to our great crew, Joe O'Million on camera, Steve Bird, our executive producer. For Cisco Bryant, I'm Chris Labar. Good afternoon from Frederick Douglass High School. You've been watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Man of War Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. New Vista, we see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. Suntime Pools and Spas, good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs.
Visit Glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.